welcome back to the channel. We are doing a sourcing video today. This is our first stop of the day. This gentleman was nice and held the door for me. Come inside, full of hope, full of ready to go, and nope, no good. Alright, on to Goodwill. Go ahead, go inside, see what we can find. Sorry about my shaky bootleg knockoff GoPro. That's why I've got to do the voiceover. It doesn't record audio. Alright, we grab our cart, heading out. Alright, first thing we do is check out the big glass case. Now generally this is all overpriced Funkos and junk that's really not really worth your while. I don't know why there's Q-tips in there. Probably because it's easy to steal and people will steal anything if given the opportunity. But I check it out first because it's right inside the door. I do have the guy pull a few things out, check them. Not really worth much. That Garmin's worth about 10. The Bath and Body worth $12, free ship, no good. Alright, moving down to the electronics aisle. Real bare. Not a whole lot, just your general variety Amazon stuff. I do see this cool clock. I think about it. I'm really on the fence. I think it's awesome. Nice mid-century modern look, but at $6.50, I can't do it. So I put it back. And we keep rolling. Nope, wait, we gotta look. Nothing. Alright, now we're rolling again. Maybe. I get distracted, guys. I don't have ADHD, but seriously, sometimes I'm just squirrel. Alright, we'll roll back to this back spot. Got a nice big clock. You know, the rice cooker is junk. Skipping right over the Easter and Valentine's aisle, I do not like it. Alright, now, do you guys have these tool baskets at your Goodwills where they have just random cheapy tools? It's not a bad idea. I mean, those markers are probably a pretty good deal, but I don't need any. And then I do find here in the bottom some, like, shrink wrap, stretch wrap. I'm on the fence. I think about it because I do like to stretch wrap some of my stuff. But I put it back. Check out some of these purses. Just your average garden variety, Target. No name purses. But I look at them because everybody tells me they sell great. I've sold a few purses, but it's just not my jam. Alright, now to my favorite section, the books. This is a very unrealized market in the reselling. A lot of them aren't worth nothing, but when you find the right ones, they are awesome. I look at these Shalcraft books down here. I'm thinking about it. They are one of those ones that are good, but it's not a full set, so I leave it behind. Scanning through the books, looking for Stephen King, J.K. Rowling's Harry Potter. If you can get a whole set of Harry Potter for pretty cheap, they sell about $80, $90 free ship. I like to look for sets or a whole bunch of the same author because they seem to do, pretty well for me. Come over here. This is the new book cart. I find these Attack on Titans. I do look them up. They don't sell well individually, and they're not sequential, so I go ahead and put them back. Anime and manga books do well, but if you can't find the whole set or at least a sequential series, please, it's not worth your time. Not at Goodwill prices. I do look at this Ninja Turtle mug. It's really cool. It's newer. Kohl's, $20. If it had been a better character like Leonardo or Michelangelo, I might have picked it up because it's 99 cents, but Donatello's not the most popular guy, so I put him back. Kind of eyeball that Mickey Mouse there, I think about it. And then I grabbed this Ghost Mug because it looks cool, looks vintage. Nope, Dollar Tree. Wah, wah, wah. Alright, look at the other side here, and I think I do find something in here. Maybe not. Guess where I found a Halo book in here. Maybe that was a different trip I'm remembering. Alright, come over here to the games. Not seeing a whole lot. There's games, sports games up on top. You can't see them. DVDs, Blu-rays. Again, some of these could be great, but I don't want to sit there and scan every one of them just to see which one's good. So I look for the ones I know and move on. Some of you are probably sitting here yelling, "Ooh, new cart." Nope, nothing. Some of you are yelling about this Guitar Hero Rock Band set. I know they're worth money, but they're big, they're bulky. I don't like to ship them. Generally, I just rip the pads off and sell them as replacement pieces. I don't want to deal with it today. Coming over here, looking for some glass babies. This little clown caught my eye. Might have thought about it, but he's got some damage, and I just generally don't have a whole lot of good luck with glass. I tend to break glass, so I leave it behind. Now, our Goodwill has started doing this thing where they just throw random things on a shelf, all willy-nilly, no rhyme or reason, and it drives me crazy. But I dig through it because that's part of the job, that's part of the gig. Looking. Not a whole lot of much of anything. I'll pick this up because I had no idea what it was. Back in 2020, I probably would have grabbed that just because anything home workout related was worth good money. Coming through here, and I look up that sheet set there because sometimes the older sheet sets can be worth money. That one's not. Come around to the board games, and this is where we're going to find our first good item. Oh, yeah, I get suckered in by that colorway thinking it's vintage, but it's just a Zumba. Alright, now we do have one good one in here, guys. Can you spot the Bolo? Don't worry, I will show you here in just a minute when I see it. Boom, brand new sealed. Cash Flow for Kids. Never heard of this game. I looked it up, and surprisingly, it sells for about $35 to $40 brand new. It had a pretty good sell-through rate, so in the cart it goes. Alright, more glassware. This bird caught my eye. I don't know. I like it. It's cool, but not really worth anything. Checking the board games one more time. And we're around the corner into the toys. Not a whole lot. For some reason, the toys in this Goodwill has gone down. They used to have the little grab bags all the time with little action figures. I picked those up for $2-3 all the time. I called them my reseller lottery tickets because every once in a while you find a real good one in there. My best one was I found a Spider-Man action figure worth $60 in one of those, but nothing today. Alright, back over to the jeans. Look at these just because I got the weird thing on the butt, but just not feeling clothes right now, guys. It's hard to photograph, and it just annoys me. And I did see these. These are really cool. I thought about picking them up. At $4.49, I probably should have, just because I could sell them for replacement panels. But again, glassware, not my gig. I probably would have broke them before I ever got home. Alright, into the home goods. Checking out the pots and pans. There are some really good brands out there, guys. Keep an eye out for. Salad Master. Duncan Hines is good. Revereware used to be really good, but it's kind of fallen off. Don't see anything good there, so I come around here. These little styrofoam things up here in the corner. Come on, stop looking at that. They catch my eye. They are Boyd's Bears. Super collectible, but so mass produced they're not worth anything. Over in the hats and the purses, again, not a purse guy, but I see this Batman hat, think, hey, that's cool. Generic tag and $6. Not happening, guys. I do find another hat here. Oh, yeah, look at this. I don't know why. I do find another hat that I'm kind of interested in. It's a Patagonia hat. But again, it's $6, and with the amount of cleaning this can be required, there it is. Nice hat. Generally, if it was $1 or $2, I'd have grabbed it, even with that little bit of stuff I need to clean. But at $6, I'm looking for profits, not projects, guys. All right, over here we skipped the shoes. I hate shoes. We are in the plush. First one I find is this Lazy Classics. They are 3 for $1 over here, so I grab him. He's pretty cool. I see this Build-A-Bear dinosaur. Dinosaurs and Build-A-Bear usually pretty good. He's got this cool Hawaiian shirt. And then I am digging for a third one, guys. And I just can't find anything. So we're going to speed up the video here, and we are going to go dig, 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 dig. Dig, dig, dig. And I actually cut quite a bit of this footage. I dug in there forever, couldn't find anything, so I just grab that avocado plush. I'm going to give that to Carl, my dog. And we are going to go check out, and we are going to head to the next one. They stopped doing bags in my Goodwill. It's kind of annoying. Alright, next up we have the Tri-City Thrift. This is a local charity thrift. Generally don't find a whole lot in here, and today is no exception. So now we are in the annex for the Jubilee Center. This is a giant warehouse of thrift. It's a beautiful place. Their prices are amazing. All kinds of good stuff. Everything from glassware. That section back there to the left, that's all books, which I will spend hours digging through because I love books. I love physical media. You got some more books and some DVDs, or not DVDs, CDs, stuff like that in here. I do look up that little robot guy. Can't guarantee he works, so I pass. All kinds of board games, nothing good. This is their little tiny toy room. And a couple days prior, I had been in here, and this tote underneath these bags had a Schleich Castle. Schleich, however you say it. And there were a couple of bags of figures in there. And they wanted $25 for everything, and like an idiot, I passed because they wouldn't split anything up. And now, lo and behold, somebody has taken all the figures. So now I'm a little angry. I probably could have got the rest of the castle for $5. Those two towers right there sell for $40 by them, for the pair. I probably should have done it, but like I said, I was just so frustrated. Somebody had come in and taken all of the figures when they had told me I couldn't. And right about now is where my camera is going to cut out because my battery dies. So we're going to go ahead and cut in a little bit of a videos to show you what I actually found in the thrift store this trip, and here it goes. Okay, so I didn't really notice until after I got out of there that my camera battery had died. So this is the only thing I found in there. Found it in that same toy room, sitting up on the shelf. Then walked around that store for, I don't know, 20 minutes. Scanned through a bunch of books. Didn't find anything real great. And so yeah, this is all I got out of there. Paid $1 for it, and I should get 15 to 20. Okay, and I am back, and we are going into the main part of the Jubilee Center. It's another local Christian-based thrift store, charity. They have a food pantry. They do a lot of great stuff in the community. Generally, it's all clothes. They do have their $5 bag sales, so I kind of looked through some clothes, some hats. I don't really find a whole lot, so that's why we're kind of skipping ahead. Zoom, zoom, zoom. Don't really find a whole lot until I get over here to this plush. We get over to this plush. Nice and clean Megalodon on the Monster Jam tag. And it is going home with me. Only $1. $1. Alright, now we are at the next, probably most recognizable thrift store besides Goodwill, the Salvation Army. Come in, grab my cart. I always grab these little tall carts. I like those. Alright, come around the corner. We're looking at our board games. Lady's kind of in my way. Trying to be very patient. Go through all the clothes. This is their dollar rack, so everything on here is $1. Don't really find anything, worth my time. Like I said, I don't like to do clothes, but if I find something worth good money, I'll do it. Alright, now we're in my favorites. Toys. Find that little Gravedigger plush. Kind of flash it on the screen there. Come over here, dig through their bag toys and loose toys. Don't really find much. I do find this cool little touch and tell me math thing. Who remembers these? Kind of dating myself. They're not worth a whole bunch, if anything, but they're kind of, nostalgic. Come around the corner here. This is the little kids section. I don't generally go through that area. I do go through the stuffed animals, and I do find another Build-A-Bear. This one is Rachel the Raccoon. I go ahead and pick her up. And dig a little, dig a little, dig a little. There's 2 for $1, but I don't find anything. Alright, then we're over here. I look up these die casts. They're worth about $10 shipped. They want $3 a piece for them. Not worth it. I do look down the clothes aisle. I think about it. And I go over to the hats. Now this bin is where they put their 99-cent cheap hats. Sometimes you can get a banger in there. Not generally. It's local bars. That kind of stuff. Then they put their good hats up on top. And I find the Sons of Anarchy. They wanted $3 for it. It's on the Sons of Anarchy tag. 2015. Pretty good shape. And it's worth about $20. Alright, coming down through here, come over and look at the candle section. I'm always on the lookout for those glass babies. If you know, you know. They are worth ridiculous amounts of money. I have yet to find one in the wild. Check out the little arts and crafts. Checking out the glassware. Again, not my favorite, but I always look. Come over here, spot these brand new Wrangler jeans. Think about it, and then, ooh, what is that? Brand new Harley Davidson jeans. I don't have a comp for it. I forgot to get one. Sorry. It's my first sourcing video. Please forgive me. But they are in brand new condition with tags, and they should sell for right around $40. I'm very into these jeans, and I don't know why. But $40, or they want $3.99. I'll get it $40. They go in the cart. Come out, check out the hoodies. I find this really interesting hoodie. I don't remember what the collab was. This particular one is not worth a whole lot. I looked it up. I start to put it in the cart. I changed my mind because I can't find any sold comps for that particular one. But there are some other ones that are worth $50, $60. I probably should have picked it up, but at $7, I didn't want to take the chance. Let's go through the rest of the hoodies. Don't really find anything. And then, what is this? Why would you donate Q-tips? Anyway, think about grabbing this because I do occasionally do jewelry live shows, but I've got one already, so I put it back. Then I come over here and I look through the silverware, and these bundles are about $1 a piece. So a lot of the times, if I find interesting patterns, I'll go ahead and grab 3-4 bundles. You know, these are kind of my little new lottery tickets since I can't find the other stuff. I did find 2 place settings that are worth about $10 to $15 a piece. So that'll pay for it, and the rest of it will go in my own silverware drawer. This is over here in the 25 cents section. This is the stuff that's been there for a while, nobody wants. And I do end up finding this mug. It's worth about $10 to $12. They want 25 cents. Again, I forgot I didn't get a comp for it. If it doesn't sell in a month or 2, 3, whatever, I'll go ahead and run it through like a Dibdit live auction, get $2 or $3 out of it. Either way, it's worth the pickup at 25 cents. Keep looking at the 25 cent section, don't really find anything else. It's pretty picked over at this point. I come over here, check out some more glassware, and you know, it's just all cheap, you know, made to look old, but not old, or it's chipped up, or it's broken. It's just generally not good. For some reason, I get fascinated by this little cat, and I don't know why. It's ugly, and it's weird, and it's a cat. All 3 of those things sell, but I put it back. I just not feeling it. Kind of looking around. I spot this art glass perfume bottle. I want $2.99 for it. It's not broken. It is glass. I check the bottom, and it is signed. Can't read it, but it's signed. Start to put it back. Decide, I better Google Lens it. So I Google Lens it, check it. Sure enough, it's worth some money. I think I can get about $20 for it. They want 3. That's not a bad deal. Here's some similar comps. This Fire King is really cool stuff, but the market on it has fallen out, especially if it's not in excellent condition. So we take our little art glass, and I did go back in the back and check the DVDs, books, nothing good. Check out. Got my bag of goodies. Tuck that art glass in there with those soft things to keep it safe. And that is the end of my thrifting trip for this week. Alright guys, I appreciate you, and we'll see you next time.